Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are going to take a look at the new Pagani Design OP Homage, the PD-1690, a 38mm dressy sports watch that is, well, not 38mm. This watch was indeed listed as having a 38mm case when it was first introduced. I was very excited to see that and immediately had to order it. But as people were starting to get their orders, they noticed something strange. This is just not a 38mm watch. Now, Pagani Design did change the listing since then to 39mm and 39.7 if you look further down the listing. So I ordered a 38mm watch and got an almost 40mm watch instead. That's definitely not cool, but this watch does have a lot going for it. It sells on AliExpress for between $119 and 99 cents to $129.99 when it's not on sale. And besides the black dial version we have here today, the PD-1690 is also available in blue and silver colorways. You also get the option of upgrading the box that the watch comes in to a nicer one at extra charge. Here is the very familiar, very basic Pagani Design cardboard box. Inside you get a microfiber cleaning cloth, a non-signed warranty card, an instruction manual, a small screwdriver to adjust the bracelet, and a little hang tag that was originally looped on the watch. And here are the actual measurements. The width of the case is indeed 39.7mm. No matter how you measure it, you won't get 38. Its thickness is 11.5mm. The distance between the lugs is 20mm. Lug tip to lug tip is 49.2mm. And after I removed 3 links of the bracelet, the watch weighs 137 grams. The water resistance is surprisingly marked as 200 meters, which is honestly more than I would expect on this kind of a budget sports watch. So the dial on this variation is black, and it has a nice and subtle sunburst effect. There's a white printed minute track around the edge of the dial, little squares every 5 minutes, and lines between those. The indices are all applied. They are highly polished and filled with lume. We have a downwards facing triangle marking the 12 o'clock position, double buttons at the 6 and 9, and single buttons everywhere else except for the 3 o'clock position where we do have a date complication window, black numbers on a white date wheel. The date wheel itself has a beveled edge, but I think a polished metal frame could have looked much better. When you look closely, you notice that some of the indices are ever so slightly crooked, like here on the 7, 8, and 11 indices, and even the 12 o'clock triangle is skewed to the left. Pagani Design's name and logo are printed in white under the 12 o'clock triangle. PT time, which to my understanding doesn't really mean anything, automatic, 20 bar or 200 meters are found above the 6 o'clock double baton, and Japan movement and a little Pagani Design shield are found beneath it. The hour and minute hands are pencil-shaped, highly polished, faceted, and have loomed centers. The seconds hand is needle-shaped and features no loom. The loom is quite good in comparison to other Pagani designs I've looked at in the past. I'm not sure if it's actually BG99 Superluminova compound, because it doesn't specifically say that in the listing, but it does shine in a bright blue light and lasts for a couple or more hours. This OP Homage sports a flat piece of sapphire crystal that does protrude a bit over the bezel. It has an unknown amount of anti-reflective coating applied to it, which is also a step up from past Pagani Design watches that didn't have any at all. The case is made of 316L stainless steel and features a highly polished finish on all of its surfaces, including the fixed bezel and the lugs. One thing to note about the case is that it looks a bit chunky on the side profile, but it does also have a relatively flat case back that, together with the down curving of the lugs, should make the watch wear close to the wrist. The crown at the 3 o'clock position is signed with Pagani Design's logo, knurled for good grip, and screws down to help with the water resistance. Screw it out and twist up to hand wind the movement. Pull it out one click and twist down to set the date, and pull it out again to set the time. Notice how the second hand stops moving in this configuration? That is referred to as hacking. The screw-down case back features a really nice laser engraved design of a mountain top and the Pagani Design logo inside of a compass with 2 crossed ice climbing axes, hinting that this watch was made for exploring. Around the design we have some of the watch's information engraved: Pagani Design on top, water resistant 200 meters, the model's reference number, and stainless steel. The PD-1690 is powered by a Seiko NH35, a reliable automatic movement that has 24 joules, beats at 21,600 beats per hour, hacks and hand winds, has 41 hours of power reserve once fully wound, and is accurate to between -20 to +40 seconds per day. The watch comes on an Oyster style 3-links bracelet. It features a brushed finish on top and a high polish one on the sides. The links are all solid stainless steel, including the end links, which do feature protruding male middle links. Those bring the total length of the watch up to 52.3 mm, making it less wearable for smaller wrists. The links are held together with screws, and the bracelet does taper to 18 mm at the clasp. The clasp fitted on the bracelet is the older Pagani Design clasp. It too is brushed on top and polished on the sides, and has the brand's name engraved on top. It is fully milled, has a fold-in security latch, and it closes with friction only. It has 3 micro-adjustment holes on the inner side, and a handy diver's extension too. It does also feature sharp corners on the underside and on the security latch, which as a result is not very pleasant to engage. Let's put it on my 7-inch wrist and see how it wears. Well, yeah, it definitely wears larger than I wanted it to wear when I ordered it, but I have to admit that it looks really good and wears quite comfortably. The case sits flush on the wrist, and the lugs hug it very well. The protruding end links are not really an issue on my wrist, but will probably overhang off smaller wrists, and that's something to consider. Once you change the bracelet for a strap, it's no longer an issue though, and this watch does pair nicely with a variety of different straps. Legibility is quite good. I haven't had any issues with reading the time. Let's take a look at the pros and cons of the Pagani Design PD-1690. We'll do the cons first because we've accumulated quite a few of those. First and foremost, the size. Sure, they did change the listing to better reflect the reality of this watch, but this is not what I wanted when I ordered a 38mm watch, like the original listing stated. I was very excited to get it, and very disappointed when I did finally get it. Now, there's nothing wrong with a 40mm wide watch, it's just not what I was expecting. Add to that those protruding middle links of the end links, and the chunky side profile, and you get an even larger looking watch. Next are the couple of quality control issues I've mentioned. The misaligned indices, which I can appreciate are a straight out deal breaker for a lot of you watching this video, and the sharp underside of the clasp. Other than that, I'm also not a fan of the PT time that is printed on the dial. If it has no meaning, it really shouldn't be there in my opinion. On to the pro side. This is without a doubt a good looking watch. The sunburst dial really pops, and the text printed on it is really well balanced. I really like the new case back Pagani Design started using on their watches. I do prefer a nicely designed stainless steel case back to yet another plain exhibition case back showing off a no frills movement. You do get quite a lot for your money here. Complete stainless steel construction, nicely finished and well built, AR coated sapphire crystal, applied indices and decent lume, and the tried and tested automatic Seiko movement. On top of all of that, you do get 200 meters of water resistance with a screw down crown and a screw down case back, making this a robust sports watch. I think it's a very versatile watch, the kind you can dress up and down with different straps and really take with you anywhere you go, whether it's a day at the office, an official event, or mountain climbing. The value for money here is very good, something we know Pagani Design excel at. This is my take on it anyway. I would love to hear what you guys think of the Pagani Design OP Homage and of this review. Let me know by dropping a comment below. If you are interested in checking it out, or maybe even picking one of these up for yourselves, you will find my affiliate link in the description of this video. It will not cost you any extra money, but will help the channel with a small commission should you decide to use it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy one of these too as well. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.